Hello and welcome to my Venenatis video. This isn't your common household spider, yet I'd like to argue this boss is easier to kill. So let's look into some pros and cons of killing Venenatis. And just like my last two wilderness boss pros and cons videos, this is not a guide or how-to video, but more or less reasons why you should or should not kill Venenatis. Alright, first off, we're going to take a look at the list of the cons. And like with every other wilderness content, you will get PK'd for your loot. You can kill Venenatis with both melee or range. Both have an upside and both have a downside. You're going to use more stamina pots if meleeing, as you have to run around the webs. And for range, it's just a lower amount of DPS. Now with all the wilderness bosses comes an easier version in singles plus. I highly recommend, if you haven't killed the new Venenatis, that you at least get a couple of kills at Spindle first. Spindle has the exact same fight mechanics, just less HP, smaller webs, and less accurate. Venenatis has two combat achievements, one is hard and one is elite. To complete these, you will need a total of 20 kills. There are 6 logs to fill for Venenatis, 2 are shared between the other wilderness bosses. Now let's look at some of the pros of the spider. The mechanics are easy to learn. The range and mage attacks are all on a rotation along with spiderling spawns and webs. This boss doesn't take much to kill and can be easily soloed. The initial risk in gear is fairly cheap and you can turn a decent profit per hour. If you choose to melee, I'd recommend a crush weapon as the kills per hour is extremely fast. If you choose to range, you will spend less time running around and you will take less overall damage. I'd have to say this is my personal favorite of the wilderness bosses. Now that we have completed all 3, I'd like to highlight Vedeon as the highest gold per hour. Venenatis has the easiest fight, and for Callisto, I think he's the strongest out of all of them, but I guess you'll run into less PKers. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you haven't seen the previous 2 videos on Vedeon and Callisto, you can click them here now.